You're not sleeping? All right, I think we're live.
Hi, guys.
Can you hear us all right?
Comfy.
Hopefully you can hear us all right. We got a little sick Piper not feeling so well.
No. Cuddles make it better, though.
Evening, Mike. How are you?
Hi, Mike.
Should have got something to put this mouse on. How's everyone doing tonight? It's been a while.
It's been. Sorry, got the kids down about an hour ago, and Pi is not wanting to stay asleep. She has a blocked nose, and it's bugging her.
Yeah.
Hi, John.
Hey, little camper. How we going? Hi, Maureen. Yeah, it's nice to talk to you guys again.
Yeah,
It's been a busy month, eh?
it has been. Yeah,
Been adjusting to school.
getting all the kindy bugs and the school bugs. All three of them are down sick at the moment. Harvey stayed home from school today, so
Yeah.
catching up on all the bugs we missed. Hi, Mr. Kiwi and Wang. Hi.
Hey, Wayne. Yeah, the kids. I think he's had 2 sick days already since he started. And we all got sick as well. And then the girls started kindy this week, and now they're sick. So,
Yeah.
well, last week, this week.
This week.
Yeah, you're okay. So yeah, school bugs. Hey, Michael, Red Dragon, how are you? We're good, thank you.
I might have to disappear at some point and try and sort her out, but we'll see how she goes.
Yeah, it's right, eh, Cameron? Wash hands, hope they settle. Can never really avoid it, eh? Like, yeah.
No.
One of them's
Get to at
bound
some
to end
point.
up in our bed and sneezing on us in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Hey, Jonesy, how are you? Must be cold tonight down Dunedin, I bet. Picture's a bit hazy, is it? I should try and set up my proper camera rather than just use the one on. Just using the camera on my tablet, and it's not the greatest. I should try and set up the GoPro or something next time. Hey, Kiwi Wanderers. Hope you guys are staying warm tonight. Yeah. You all right, darling?
She keep telling me blocked nose.
Surely trying to figure out why we're talking to the
Computer.
So yeah, we I can't remember what we talked about last time when we chatted.
I think we were looking at getting that house at auction. We're getting stuffed around by the bank.
Oh, that's right. So I can't quite remember where we were up to, but we basically wanted to go and bid on this cool house with a piece of land at auction. All in all, we spent a month maybe with the bank trying to get it across the line, trying to get bridging finance so we could go to the auction. The bank 2 days before the auction said, no finance for you. Hey, Mum. Oh, sorry. Hi, Helen. And so Chelsea and I watched the auction anyway, because you can watch the auctions online. And we didn't want to go down to the office and watch the auction in town here because we really love the house. We probably got too invested emotionally in the house. And we didn't want to see someone else win our house, right?
Sorry, you said the bank said no. They said no to the auction, but they did say yes if we sell our house first. So basically we could go in with a conditional offer if it passed in an auction.
Yeah, so we watched all the auctions that Bailey's were doing that day, because Bailey's had a whole lot every half an hour for the afternoon. And heaps of them were getting passed in. No one was bidding. And so we're like, okay. And we get a little bit excited, but then we thought, no, we shouldn't. And then it got to the auction of the house that we wanted, and the auction was like red hot. There were 2 people bidding. It was back and forth. I almost threw my computer through the window. I was like, I'm not going to watch this. Like, and then they didn't reach the reserve. So basically it passed in as well. So we had the opportunity to put an offer in on the house. So we went from like really low to up high to back low. again. So we put an offer in on the house. We had to wait a week to hear back about the offer. And then someone put the same offer in as us, but with less conditions, so unconditional. So after a month of kind of chasing this one house that we had our eye on.
So close.
Yeah, we got so close. And then...
the same price, just they didn't have to sell their house first.
So we were kind of back to square one. We saw another property come up with a bit of land, nice house, bit of land. We thought, this is cool. We went and had a look at it. We walked all around the property. We were like, this is amazing. And then we kind of said to the lady, so when are these people looking to move? Like, what's the settlement date, that sort of thing? And she said, oh, this house is already under contract. Someone's put an offer in. They've accepted it. You guys can put a backup offer in if you want. So we were like, oh, right back down here again.
You could have told us at the start rather than waiting until we'd wandered around the property for ages. Yeah.
So a month since we last talked to you, and our search for land, we're kind of
continues.
Continues. Exactly right. We've realized that it is very hard to find what we want.
Yes.
Close enough to town to still do the school thing.
Yes, little camper Harvey has started school. He's a couple of weeks in now. Took a little bit to get used to it. So he has his best mate starting in his class at the same time as him, which is awesome. Her name's Paige. And he's kept in contact with her while we were traveling. So that was really cool. So she started in the same class at the same time. So he's had her there, which has been nice for him.
Yeah.
It took a wee while to make new friends because I think being on the road for so long, I don't know, he didn't have heaps of contact time with other kids his own age. So he was kind of just standing back watching the other kids playing rather than getting involved and, joining in. So he's got there finally, though. It's now drop-offs at the gate. He won't let me go into the classroom with him because his mates are always just waiting for him.
There'd be no tears or anything?
No. He was never upset about going to school. He always wanted to, even when he didn't have heaps of mates there yet. And now he's in with all the kids and, tearing around. I went and did school pickup the other day and, he comes around the corner holding hands with a little girl. So very cute.
Yeah.
He's well and truly involved now. He was quite upset to have a sick day today. So, but it's good. It's really good. He made himself a bunch of maths worksheets that he's been working through.
He's been doing his maths. Hey, Greg, good to see you too. Hey, Bev as well, sitting in your Audi. I've seen the ads on Instagram for those Audis. They look fun. Udi.
Yeah.
Hi, Udi. Buy a house in the South Island. I can only imagine how cold it is down there right now. It is freezing here in Taupo.
It's very cold here.
What about Dunedin, Jonesy? You're in Dunedin, eh? Must be cold down there. We do like it here in Taupo. It is, we've both got family here. Chelsea's are just up the road, like an hour and a half up the road, and mine are in town. So we'd like to stay here. It's just, it's weird for land here. Like, you can't, a lot of the lifestyle properties,
Darling.
You can't live on the land while you build, a lot of covenants around the land. So it's not as straightforward as just finding a bit of land and, parking the caravan up and putting a shipping container on it and that sort of thing, which would be the dream, but, and then building something.
Look, nice.
Yeah. Not that straightforward, unfortunately.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
So we're still looking.
Yeah. Hi, Jade's Adventures. Te Aroha is a place to be. I don't think I've ever been. First frost in Invercargill, your first one.
Ooh, we've had a few.
Yeah. Catch up. How cold's cold? I don't know how cold it is outside. It's cold. Probably have another frost.
Yeah, we had one this morning.
Yeah. So yeah, we're kind of back. We are looking at a house actually this Sunday. So the other thing here is so we're trying to sell our house currently, and the housing market, as you guys are all aware, all over the country slowed right down. We do have some interest in our house, and we haven't adjusted our price yet. So because I guess we're not in a hurry until we find something we like.
There's no pressure on at the moment
Yeah.
because we haven't found anywhere that we're gunning for. So once that happens, we'll sort of speed things up a bit. But in the meantime, we're just cruising. We don't want to be caught without a house in the winter when the kids have school and stuff. Although it's not the end of the world with Rosie. Just have to find somewhere to park. But
yeah, we figure once we find a place we like or a piece of land we like, then we can maybe bring the price down on a house or something. But yeah, so it's a funny process at the moment. Apparently, it's a good market if you're a buyer because there's not as much competition. But if you're selling a house, people are just taking their time. There's not that FOMO.
Yeah, the prices haven't dropped heaps, but it's just taking longer than it was.
I think Topol was down 2% last month, so it's not huge, but we do have some interest in our house. We've been told there might be an offer on the way soon, so yeah. Oh, there you go. Dad's in the chat too. It's 3 degrees apparently outside. There you go. Cameron, why not buy a big caravan? Just finding somewhere to park it. Yeah, there's not heaps of land here, and a lot of the land that's close-ish to town's really overpriced or like quite expensive for what it is.
And usually covered in covenants to say that you can't be on a caravan. And a lot of them we've even seen is even after you've built a house on the land, you're not allowed to have a caravan visible from any of the neighbouring properties.
Yeah, it was one place we saw. Yeah.
Regardless of whether someone's living in it or not, you're not allowed to have it visible, which is interesting in like semi-rural as well. But yeah, a lot of them we've seen have been quite strict around caravans, and I guess they just don't want a whole bunch of shanty towns, I guess, around the place, right?
We'd quite happily live in Rosie though for a winter. I'd be a bit colder here, I guess, than Kaiteri where we were. It'd probably be colder here for sure.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But the diesel heater, it's actually quite funny being back in a house. Like this house is only 6 years old, I think, but it's warmer in the caravan. Like it's cozier in the caravan. It's quite funny because obviously, you know, we've got bedrooms upstairs, but the heater's down, the fire's downstairs. So it's kind of funny. It's like I walk around recently and I'm like, it was much cozier in the caravan. You need to go to bed. You all right?
You want to stay down here? You want to go up to bed?
Yeah.
Bed? Yeah.
Hide the visible.
Hold hands. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Upstairs? Okay, I'll be back.
All right. I'll solo this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So aside from this one house we're going to look at this weekend, not a lot on the radar, unfortunately. Yeah, but that is what it is, I think. Once we find a place, it's probably not bad looking over winter, trying to find a spot to live and then selling our house. And then by the time we wrap it all up and settle and all that sort of thing, we'll be looking towards spring. And so, yeah, it'll be fine. So that's the plan at the moment. Bigger caravan wouldn't be a bad idea, though. Hi, Mel and Pete. How are you? Hi, Catherine. Ted, you're off to Kinloch tomorrow. Nice. Enjoy. Quite nice out there, Kinloch. Eh? We have friends that live out there, and we have looked at sections and things out there. It's a little too far out of town for our liking. But yeah. Rad Road, that's a great question. The amount of cleanup Chelsea's been doing, like the decluttering. We didn't have a lot of clutter to start off with, but since we've been home, she's been on like a mission of just clearing stuff out, selling stuff on the local buy swap, sell pages, and yeah, it's been good. Yeah, she's been getting rid of a lot of stuff. We came home actually in a lot of the clothing we had for the girls that already grown out of. So like stuff we bought ahead of time, they've already grown out of, like shoes and stuff. But yeah, definitely decluttering. It's amazing what you amass over the years. Though, like we've pulled the whole garage out and tidied it all up. So yeah, it's good. Not as simple as the caravan, but we're getting there. Hey Amy, how are you? North NZM's here early in Matakana. Oh, nice. Yeah, you're right, Chris. Something will come up, eh? It's quite hard to look at stuff and I don't know, I don't know if I'm too impatient, but buying houses, I mean, we've only bought this house, but it's annoying not being able to just go in, buy a house and leave, like the whole auction. And if you've ever looked at houses recently, there's so many like tenders and deadline sales and auctions, and I'd much rather just go into a place, know what the price is. We looked at a place that's tender, so you've got basically to a certain date to put your offer in. And I asked the real estate agent, what price range are we looking at? Like, is there any point in us even doing our homework, putting an offer in? And she said, oh, we don't really let you know the price range. You've got to kind of do your own homework and look at sites that value houses and that sort of thing, and figure out what you want to put in, what you think it's worth, and put your offer in. And then we look at all the offers and we tell you. So that sort of thing about is like, I don't know. It's really frustrating because you wait this whole month, you get a bit invested, you spend some money, doing a builder's report or whatever. You talk to the bank, and you don't have any idea if you're even in the ballpark of what they're after. So yeah, it's a lot of the housing's like that at the moment, and annoying. Yeah, Ted. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate we missed out on what would have been quite a cool property, but I'm sure another one will pop up. Just keep Chelsea away from the op shops. I won't tell you said that, Shannon. But books, actually, we accumulated so many books in the last year, and yeah, we did a big op shop run last weekend. Oh yeah, a little tour of the house. It was funny, actually. We filmed some of the steps along the way of this house that went to auction. So we were thinking we might do a little video, like, we bought a house style video. And so we filmed like a little, just snippets here and there about the auction. Today's the auction, and then it passed in. So we were all excited. We put an offer in, and we filmed all these clips. And I don't think, obviously, they'll never see the light of day now. But yeah, it was quite funny to sort of do all this filming of like the steps in between. And I don't even want to look at the footage now because it probably annoy me. But yeah, it was funny. It was like, hey, if we do get the house, and these clips will, yeah. But oh well. Hey Ben, how are you? Ted, aren't tenders BS? We're told mid-8 for a place, bid 865, went for 880. Yeah, that's the other thing with the tender. Like, when we went into this, after the auction passed for this property, we put our offer in, and there was another party putting an offer in as well. And we had to sign a thing that basically said that we were in a multi-offer situation, basically. But same sort of thing. There was no back and forth. So it was, you put an offer in, they put an offer in, and you might have overshot it and you get the place, or you might have come like way under. So we just had to put our best offer in, I think, that we thought we could do. But yeah, it's kind of hard. Yeah. Yeah, just the funny way the market is, I think. Like, our house just has a price on it. So, if you want to buy the house, this is what we're asking for. I think that's the best way to do it. The one advantage of buying a section building, you know what we're paying for. You have to test tenders. I don't like this whole process, actually. The whole buying process. Well, the only thing with building at the moment, and I don't know, I'm not an expert, but because it's so expensive to build, I don't know if it's a good time to build. I could be wrong, and I guess the housing market's always creeping up. But yeah, like when we look back at what we paid when we built this house, like this house that we're in now doubled in value in 6 years, which is just insane. Like, the price we paid to buy the land and build it, it's now doubled, which, yeah, yeah, it's crazy. So we did talk to a builder actually about building. Obviously, the price per square meter has gone up, but also they said you need to have, I think they said, a very large contingency fund for delays and price increases, and they couldn't tell us what that price should be. So it kind of was a bit like, oh, okay, well, what is that? Is that 10 grand buffer? Is that 50 grand? Like, yeah, that was yeah, interesting. Yeah, I think that's it. This because the cost of products are going up. They don't want to do a set price. Like when we built this place, it was a set price, right? This is a square meter, just as the contract price. And before they even broke ground, we signed off on that price. But yeah, now it's like, this is the price plus this buffer. And that, I imagine that's quite hard with the bank as well, to be like, hey, can we have like a buffer? And they're like, well, what's the buffer? How much? Yeah. Yeah, Liz. It's an odd process, eh? It seems like it should be a lot easier. I almost wish people didn't have real estate agents and you could just go and meet the people and tell them who you are and what you're about and sit down and have a coffee and say, what do you want for your house? We'll buy it off you. Yeah, so we could stay where we are, Cameron. So what, I guess this is a very nice house, but when we were first having babies, we thought we'll build, welcome back.
Thank you.
We'll build a giant house on a tiny property. Like we're on 600 square meters here, right? And it's on a slope. So there's 7 meters of fall from the, where am I? From the back of our section, there's 7 meters fall from the, of height difference basically. So we don't have a lot of flat space. The kids have a little deck out here that they can run around on.
Sandpit around the side.
Yeah, a little sandpit. And that's about it. So what we'd really like is just a bit of room. We don't need as big a house. We'd like smaller house, more land, room for gardens, fruit trees, kids to build bike jumps, kids to be kids, right? Kids to run around outside.
More outside time, I think, was the key. Like when we got back here after being away in the caravan, we realized how much of our time we spent outside in the caravan when we were away, and also how easy it was to just slip back into that inside life when we got back, right? Like everything we were doing when we were away was outside. We were eating outside, we'd be outside all day long pretty much, and then we come home and suddenly everything is back to being indoors.
Yeah. And we're kind of thinking like, what do we want? Like we got the next sort of 15 years, I guess, of like kids in school before, I don't know, like it's funny to think like we've just slipped into this routine in the last few weeks, and it's been like, if you don't have like little projects around the place or kind of gardens outside or whatever, it's kind of, I don't know, it's funny.
You kind of get to the point where you're like, what are we doing? Like, what's all this for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert, Rosie is, don't steal her if you're planning on stealing her, but she's just parked in our backyard. The top of our hill of our back has a little flat spot, and we can just fit the caravan on it.
Just as long as the council doesn't get any complaints from the neighbours.
Yeah, we're not allowed to park it here, but
the neighbours don't seem to mind so far.
Yeah,
we're in pretty good terms with everyone, so touch wood, it stays that way.
It's an interesting proposition. Sell the house, remove it. Our house is built, so we're on a slope, and it's split level, so it's 2 stories here, middle story, and then the garage. So it's it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Jonesy, we couldn't use the house as collateral for bridging finance, so
we thought we could.
We thought we might be able to.
Because we've got a decent amount of equity. We the first couple of years we had a very small mortgage with a really basic house in a rough area of Taupo, and we paid it off pretty quickly. Paid it down as much as we could anyway over a few years with both of us working.
And no children.
So we thought, the equity we've got in this place, we thought for sure we'd be able to. But with the new laws that have come into place, they look at income and expenses. Because I wasn't working on the road, and our expenses were higher because we were maintaining the house as well as traveling and doing all the fun stuff that we wanted to do while we were away, swimming with sharks and all the rest of it. our expenses were a lot higher than
yeah,
normal,
like petrol prices and stuff.
Mm.
Obviously, we spend a lot more on fuel and stuff, so
Yeah.
it really skewed because I look at the last 3 months of your bank statements, because ours were all over the place, and because we were towards the end of the trip as well, we were treating ourselves a bit more and that sort of thing. So it really skewed our numbers.
Did. And we were trying to say, oh, like I've gone back to work now, so I'm working a couple of days a week, and our expenses are way less than what they were when we were traveling. But they still can't look at that because there's not the history there of it, right?
Yeah, they just can't take your word for it, it's fun.
It's frustrating.
It's frustrating, but yeah. But I mean, it might take another month or two to find somewhere, but hey.
In the meantime, our income and expenses sheet looks better every week. So
yeah, we came home just at the right time with these fuel prices. For sure. Yeah, so the house saga. I feel like we're venting to you guys, but it's it's interesting.
It is what it is. We're pretty lucky to be in the position we're in, so you can't complain too much really at the end of the day. But yeah, there's always something out there that you want more. The grass is always greener. But
I think we just like a bit of space to, when we're not going away in the weekends, just for the kids to play outside or
just midweek, right?
Yeah.
It's not nice having them come home from school and kindy and just be inside for the rest of the day.
Yeah, that's right. Ride their bikes up and down the drive would be nice, or that sort of thing. So yeah.
Give you time to get your grass sorted. I've been working on it.
She has been.
1 square meter at a time.
It's like little fuzzy grasses started growing now. Yeah.
TJ, I'm enjoying my job. I've worked there for 10 years now. And yeah, it's good. It's nice being back. I'm back in sort of a different capacity than what I was before, so it's not so time sensitive. So basically I need to get done 15 hours of work a week, and I can spread that across the week however I want, which is nice. Really lucky to be able to do that. And I've got the twins in kindy. They started kindy this week and they're going 2 days a week, so that'll give me time to smash my work out for the week basically, and not have to try and squeeze it in around family time, which is what I was doing when we first got back, which got kind of stressful because every spare minute I was like, oh, I should be working, and not actually enjoying the time that I had with the kids, because I was thinking, oh, when am I going to get those hours in? So now that they're in kindy, it's just a bit, the pressure's off a bit more. Yeah.
Amy, your house has gone on the market too. It's definitely quieter, but we've had some dud open homes and some good ones.
We had a few long weekend ones though, which I mean, lunchtime on a Mother's Day is probably not the best time to have an open home.
Like Easter Saturday or something, which wasn't great,
But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the NZST here in Topol, Matt.
Oh, nice.
Welcome. Turn the heater on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hot tub, Chris. I still would like to, well, maybe not build one, but we saw a house the other day that had a little hot tub and with kind of walls around it. It was quite nice, quite cool.
Yeah, it was pretty tempting to go for that house, but it didn't really tick any of our other boxes, but it still
ticked the hot tub box. Yeah. We looked at this house and there was a cat sitting in the living room in a chair, and we took the girls. Harvey was at school. We took the girls along, and the cat, they're going and see the cat and trying to pat it, and then it hopped out and ran outside, and they walked after it. And we tried to leave, and they were in tears. Piper was pretty much in tears, saying the cat's locked in the shed to the real estate agent. She's like, the cat's not in the shed. Piper's crying, saying the cat's stuck garage. So the real estate agent had to open the garage up.
She was a really good sport about it all. She just took it in her stride, and it was like, sure, we'll go look.
Just to prove to Piper that the cat wasn't in the garage. Yeah.
They were very upset, thinking that the cat was lost, and we had to keep reminding it that the cat lived there. It's its home. It's fine.
So yeah, Mum, I just saw you message me and say you can look after the kids when we look at that house. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Is that a pain? Oh, the camping in the lounge.
Yeah, that was so much fun. Harvey lasted the whole night. The girls came into our room at about midnight. And then we didn't have a bed to escape to. So what we did recently is we got rid of the girls' cots. They had 2 cots here, and they pretty much had grown out of them, right? And it's pretty normal for them to come into our room in the early hours of the morning and hop in our bed. And we thought we'll get a queen, and then they can share the queen. And then if
a queen bed for them,
yeah.
And
then if one of them comes into our bed in the middle of the night, the other adult can go into the other bed, and we've got enough space for us to get a decent sleep, because 4 people in a queen bed doesn't work well. So we thought at least then we've got 2 queen beds that we can split 4 people across, you know. So we did that. And then the tenting, we'd brought their mattress down and put it in the tent, and then they came up into our bed anyway, and we couldn't come down and couldn't really come down and hop in the tent with Harvey in the middle of the night. So we had the most rubbish sleep.
And that was a school night as well. Chelsea thought on a school night, I'll set the whole living room up, push all the furniture out, put a tent in with a mattress in, and the kids are going to go to bed.
They had such a fun afternoon and evening in it, though. They had so much fun.
They did.
We just had a rubbish sleep. Harvey slept well. He didn't wake up until school time in the morning.
Had the whole bed to himself. Will you guys be going to the motorhome? Yeah, I think so, for sure. The Mystery Creek one in Hamilton.
Yeah.
We have been to 2 motorhome shows, and both times we've bought something.
Yeah, a vehicle.
we bought the Rosie 2, and the first time we went to Mystery Creek, that show, we bought our motorhome. And then we ordered a caravan.
We weren't planning on purchasing anything both times, actually.
Yeah, and then we went to the Auckland show and bought the caravan, so maybe we shouldn't go, but...
we can't. You guys know what's going on. We can't give enough.
We'll go and, I think last time we went years ago, but you could stay
That's right.
there as well, so hopefully they do that again. So, if you're around, Craig, for sure. We'll be the ones with the 3 noisy kids running around. But it'd be cool if we could stay on site. That was quite fun.
That was fun.
Just rocking. The new caravan, Jonesy. Still a work in progress. We've put a deposit down on one.
Yes.
And all will be revealed a bit closer to the time.
Probably around spring.
Yeah. Bit of a wait on caravans at the moment.
Exciting, though.
Matt, great question. Been on the road last month, rented a house doing the South Island.
Ooh.
Whereabouts in the South Island? I would say, well, if you're off grid, that's good. But don't be afraid to freedom camp for sure.
We kind of only got into that in the last half of our trip, right?
Yeah.
We were very anti-freedom camping to start with, purely for... Well, we just didn't want to do it with the kids on board, right? Like you can't, with the caravan, you can't just jump in and drive off if there's like dodgy locals around. You guys know what I mean. I don't mean dodgy locals. I mean, if there's people that come and cause trouble, every now and then there'll be like a group that don't like people camping in their town, and you know what I mean. So we only started doing it the last half of our trip.
Yeah, we started it on the West Coast actually. I think after winter. But like even places like Greymouth, what's it, Greymouth? Just had like a car park, but there was actually a few spots around. You could stay there for like 3 days. Yeah, if there's someone else parked there, usually it feels perfect, Matt. Go everywhere. Yeah, it's really get stuck into the freedom camping. I think if you've got the dock pass as well, if you're NZMCA, would you have to be an NZMCA member?
You get a discount on the dock pass. You don't have to be an NZMCA member to get the dock pass anymore. Yeah, anyone can get it, but you get it cheaper if you're a member. And
that'll pay itself off real quick if you've got one. Dodgy locals. Like when we got down to the bottom of the West Coast actually, and we were heading back over towards Wanaka, there was like so many campgrounds on the Haas Pass, or like places to stay that were just awesome. And that like Dock Pass, cool, just pull in there for the night, go to the next one the next day sort of thing. So yeah, I definitely lean into that freedom camping. There's nice NZMCA parks around if you're a member as well.
And Pops, Caps.
Yeah, Pops, yeah.
The park over properties that, it's private property that people allow you to park in. If you have the NZMCA app, you get access to all of those.
Yeah.
And they, were some of the best places we stayed in, right? Were park over properties.
Yeah, some were good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Like Timaru was awesome, mate.
Yeah.
There's good freedom camping in Cromwell if you go down there. And Alexandra, if you're an NZMCA member, you stay kind of a dusty car park, but that's really close to town. That's quite good.
Yeah.
There are some really good spots around there, and if there's someone else there, you feel pretty safe,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Shannon, I was Googling Monkey Island to stay there, and I saw your one pop up about the locals doing skids. Monkey Island's cool.
It was really neat. It was very rowdy when we were there as well, but it was a long weekend, and I suspect it did chill out when everyone left.
Yeah.
We got a couple of quiet nights there.
You'll get the odd local hoons every now and again. Like when we're out in Greymouth, you can stay in this car park right out on the thing, and they obviously just drive down there and have a hoon, and I don't know. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I thought a few times lying in bed at night in the caravan how you've got this really crappy plastic, lock on like the handle and everything's plastic on the thinnest metal door, and you're sleeping just away from it in all these random spots, but you just get into such a habit you don't think about it.
I thought about it that night, whether there was the chainsaw going outside the window at midnight.
That's right.
I thought about it then.
Yeah. Yeah, little camper. It's really good around there, for freedom camping.
Yeah.
And then you can, if you've got a caravan, just day trip to Wanaka as well. Can't remember if there's much around Wanaka.
I want to go back.
Yeah. Oh, cool. You stayed in the caravan show in Christchurch. I think that's the same show, Phil? They just do the Christchurch and the Hamilton one. I think it's both the same. Or is it the Covey one? I think it's the same one. Yeah, there are a lot down there when you start looking around. If you don't need the power, if you don't need to be on power, then just freedom camp to your heart's content.
Yeah.
I think I saw someone in there saying that they did the first freedom camping in Cromwell. That one's awesome. We went back to that
a couple times.
I wonder if we went back too often. If it's
it was spread out.
It was spread out.
It was.
I think it might be one of those 3 days in a calendar month or something. Yeah. But that's a really good one, that one. And then you can just, we day tripped into Queenstown from there because it was, pretty cool drive through the gorge there. And yeah, perfect. Base yourself in Alex and then go to Wanaka, Cromwell, Clyde. Yeah. It's awesome for that. Hopefully you're nice and warm, Matt. Oh, makes me want to go back. We're actually going away next weekend.
Yeah.
So we're going to go over to Napier, I think.
Yeah, the Queen's birthday.
Get the extra long weekend. So
it's my birthday weekend, so we're hoping maybe a couple of my friends and their families might come camping too. We'll see.
Yeah. The NZMCA over there is great as well. So yeah.
Erickson Road is really good.
Go over there.
Yeah.
It's always a bit warmer over Napier. You can guarantee it's going to be warmer than Taupo, so it's quite nice to go over there.
And the kids love it. There's all the stuff on the waterfront to do.
Oh, look, that ties in with that question. So yeah, we will go away for sure.
Yeah.
We probably should take some longer weekends. We just
trying to settle in with the kids and kindy in school. And
we've done one trip to a
Harvey.
We did.
We didn't film it because Bronson was just coming off being sick and You were quite tired
Just
still.
wanted to chill out for the weekend.
Yeah, and on the drive over there on the Friday afternoon, Harvey came down with a cold as well. So literally we left and he was fine. And by the time we arrived there, he was sick.
Yeah. It's like getting more and more blocked up in the 2-hour drive. And then it rained on and off.
And it was freezing cold. And friends of ours were camping next to us as well. So that was really cool, but we didn't really want to be outside because it was like icy cold. We were all sitting outside of the picnic table, like bundled up.
Yeah, it's quite funny. We need an awning for that sort of thing.
It was such a fun weekend, regardless, though. Like the kids just had a blast.
We went over to the top 10 in a Hopi. Had a nice pizza oven. They got a big wood-fired pizza oven, like Gentle Annie you might have seen in some of our videos. So that was cool. We cooked pizzas, and top 10's always good for kids.
Yeah, they had a big outdoor movie on for them at night. So the kids were also watching the movie while we were cooking dinner, and yeah, it was cool.
It was about 20 people in the whole campground. It's funny. Good time to go.
Yeah. Had a campfire on the beach and roasted marshmallows, and the kids zoomed around in the afternoon on those pedal carts.
Yeah. Friends went swimming in the pool, which...
They were brave. We weren't.
Yeah.
It was neat, yeah. But we didn't film it, sorry. It couldn't really be bothered, to be honest.
Oh, but hard to get motivated when you're feeling a bit sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, low burn. The one thing we'd like to do is take our bikes down to the South Island. There's a lot of biking we'd like to do down there. So yeah,
that's going to be our next big one, right? We'll go down and do a big bike trip.
Yeah, and so part of the new caravan, much better bike rack situation, and we'll want to go back down and do a bunch of the biking because we saw so much of it down there, and we're like, oh, if we had our bikes.
Yeah, if
Harvey had his
a little
bike,
bit older.
Yeah, so we'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we were surprised by the campgrounds in Haast Pass.
Yeah.
We were trying to stay in Haast itself,
Yeah.
There's a honey shop. You can stay in the car park. And we got there like bang on dinner time. There was no one around. We thought it'll be quiet, and the whole car park was full.
We hardly ever drive at that time as well, because it's the worst time for kids falling asleep in the car, that close to bedtime. And I can't remember why, but
it stopped off and done a walk.
Oh, that's
the Lake
right.
Matheson walk.
We did too. And arrived bang on dinner time, and it was completely full. And we couldn't find anywhere else to park in Haast. We called some campgrounds, and they were like, "Oh, it's $65 a night," and we were like, "Nope, just no."
And that's how we found those dock sites in Haast Pass. So like, you just drive in a bit, and there's like.
Pleasant Flat. We stayed at. It was really cool. There's a little stream just behind the parking spots, and it's like the stream running through the bush, and it's like a 2-minute walk from where you parked, and like perfect little paddling stream. The kids loved it.
It's a waterfall up the road. It was really beautiful in there. Yeah, kind of forced into finding those. Pink Cadillac shop. Don't remember seeing it.
We didn't really go to town.
No. Yeah, Jonesy, that's the campground with the water slides, the 2 water slides and the pool. They've just put a hot pool, a spa, but it's quite big.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's neat.
Good question, Ted. Thought about it. I actually in Google Maps have like marked a whole lot of the places that we stayed and the things we did. I should make that like list public and put some notes against places and stuff. We're not really
do that at some point.
Yeah, we're not really good at writing or.
No, we kind of figured the YouTube channel was our way of doing that, I guess, right?
Rather than like writing blogs, because we're not really good at that sort of thing. But yeah, I do have a list of like places in Google Maps that I saved that I should do like a list of like the freedom camping spots or the dock camps. Yeah, it's a good idea. See, they're trying to join all of the bike tracks together from Wanaka to Dunedin.
Wow.
Yeah, Lake Dunstan. Actually, Shannon in here, Rad Road Adventures, who just messaged right now. He's got a video on his channel where they cycled it. If you're keen to see what it's like, but
it's neat.
Yeah, we've biked a few times.
Yeah,
pull the kids around in the trailer.
It's been good fun.
Where we live, there's kind of they built a bypass through Taupo years ago so that all the trucks stop coming down the lakefront, and we live towards the kind of edge of that. Like the bypass is just up here behind all the houses, and it's probably as wide as a car could drive it. It kind of had this pumice track for years, all the way down the bypass, goes for kilometers, and they concreted it while we were away for some reason. So it's like primo concrete like path. It's probably good 5 kilometers long there. So we just whip up a concrete path actually down the road here, up onto the bypass, and then it's nice cruisy sort of biking with the girls.
Yeah, kind of a straight shot down towards my parents' holiday home. So when they're here for the weekend, we can bike up to them, or
ice cream shop down the end, which the girls have been loving.
Yep. Every time I say, let's go for a scooter or let's go for a bike ride, they're like, ice cream.
Yeah, so that's been good. It's pretty handy.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, really good. And Harvey's got bike day at school next week, so he's excited.
Yeah. Those of you with kids, you have to tell us if it's common, but there seems to be so much going on at the school. He had pink shirt day last week.
He had movie day where he had to take popcorn and soft toy. He's got green day next week.
Green costume
You've got
day.
to come in costumes.
He's got bike day next week.
Bike day. Yeah, there's just so much going on.
We're collecting Apple stickers on a sheet to raise like fundraising money for sports equipment or something. If he read 7 books in a week, he got a free pizza, which he's pretty excited about. So we've got a Hell's Pizza voucher, but it's so funny. Our calendars are just like, he's only 3 weeks into school and they're just like full of all this stuff.
It's like all the things you got to remember, like library day on Monday and sushi comes for lunch on Wednesday, and all this stuff.
Green costume day.
Green costume day. So I spent the day with the kids today when they were all homesick, making Harvey some dragon wings to wear for green costume day. So I'll put them up on the story when they're finished.
One of those mums that goes real hard out there.
Oh, I couldn't do any work with the 3 of them homesick, so I thought I might as well do something productive, right?
Yeah, Shannon, there's always some fundraising.
Yeah.
It's also, there's like the school will say there's events on, but we're not sure if they're for him. So they're like, oh, the swimming sports is on. And we're like,
we've heard nothing.
Does he swim? And then there was like a night for new parents. And we're like, cool, we'll go to this night, like a meet and greet. But then we found out that like a few days before that it's a night for future new parents, like that are coming to the school next year, not for us. So we would have shown up and been like, hey, and they would have gone, why are you here?
Your kid is already at school.
Fun, It's quite hectic to keep on top of everything.
Yeah. But no, it's good. He's loving it. He's having so much fun.
Yeah, it's good. Bring some scones up, Matt, you reckon?
We're kind of semi-isolating at the moment. I don't know if what the kids have is COVID or not, but we're not really taking any chances with spreading it around.
Yeah.
That has been going around at school and at kindy, so could very well be. Harvey tested negative this morning, but yeah, the twins won't let me get anywhere near them with the test.
Don't blame them. Harvey loves doing them though.
Oh, I don't know.
Didn't he this morning?
No. Yeah. He lets me do them, but he's not happy about it.
They just find them quite novel. Yeah, so we'll let you know if Chelsea wins the costume competition.
Hey, I'm not going.
No, but if it's like all the mums showing off.
Oh, I figured if I made him some dragon wings, because he's already got a dragon mask, I figured if I made him some wings, then they can play with them at home as well, and it's not like a full-on costume. He can just wear a green jersey and pants and his dragon wings, and then it looks like I've made an effort.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Looking forward to seeing his costume. Yep. Put a photo of it somewhere.
Yeah.
It'd be a good time.
He's excited.
I can't believe 80,000 people did Dunstan in the first year.
Wow.
It's cool that it's free as well.
Mm.
Imagine if they charge for that. Because I must have put a bit of money into all the bridges and all that stuff, eh?
I really want to do the Alps to Ocean trail. What?
It sounds so huge. The Alps to the ocean. Let's do a warm-up.
It's a good trail. It's not as like scary as it sounds.
Nah, but it'd be like hundreds of kilometers, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but you don't just do it all in one go.
There you go. I'll do Lake Dunstan with the kids, and Chelsea can do the Alps to the ocean.
Has anyone done that before? Let me know.
I think you guys did it, didn't you, Shannon and family? Didn't you guys do the over a few
right.
stages?
Maybe in a couple of in a couple of guys.
That's one that takes you to Timaru or something. Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much the life update.
Yeah.
We were hoping to have some videos out now saying we bought an awesome piece of land or we bought an awesome house and here it is. And
no luck.
Yeah. We'll find something.
Yeah. We've been getting a lot of people asking where we got the muck mats for the Christmas giveaway from as well. Hey, we get messages all the time. So we get them from Inside Out. We got them from Inside Out RV. And they have given us a coupon code that we can share with you guys as well. So if you use the code AWR15 for Adventures with Rosie, AWR15.
Yeah. These are the ones here.
So you'll get 15% off if you head on over there, and we get a nice little cut of that as well. So, yeah. Thank you to the Inside Out RV for supporting us through that. That's really cool. And giving you guys a discount.
We're looking forward to maybe doing something with them in the future.
Yeah, you guys know what's going on.
Yeah. You just have to guess what. I think we told you what color it's coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we spilled the beans sort of unofficially already, but
yeah. We got something to look forward to later on in the year, I suppose.
Yeah. And a good motivation to get back out on the road more often.
Yeah, I guess we're now in the school holidays sort of train, eh?
Yeah.
Like going away in the school holidays and long weekends.
Yeah.
Summer we'll have to plan something big, I think, in the summer.
Yes. Yeah. And
go up north,
holidays,
I think.
Yeah.
We want to go up to the Coromandel. Sort of, I guess, do the whole Coromandel, eh?
Yeah, we sort of did half of it when we had Rosie 1, just before Harvey was born. I think I was 8 months pregnant. And we got all up the west part of the Coromandel and then kind of got halfway down the east and there was flooding coming.
That's
and
right.
We just about got stuck. So we gapped at home. I did not want to be stuck in a little beach town whilst that far along.
They were closing the road, actually. That's right. And Chelsea was just about to, a couple of weeks away from having Harvey. So
yeah,
we never got to finish that trip. So we'll do that, I think, for sure. That'll be good, eh?
Yeah, and the kids will like it up there. It's neat spots.
Yeah.
So that's, and I would like to go up to Russell and Paihia and spend some time up there too. So we might actually plan another little trip up that way.
Chris, you're right. It's not until you talk about it, I think, that you start like realizing. I think it's easy to, it was way too easy to slip back into like the 9 to 5, eh?
Yeah. Way too easy.
But at the same time, we are like a little bit itchy feet and weary that we're kind of just going through the motions. It's interesting. It's definitely a lot different. So
I would probably go out and Rosie every weekend if we could.
Yeah.
I went out and cleaned it the other day just because I wanted to be near it.
I still haven't. I forgot about the cassette from our last trip.
Oh, gross.
Tell me to. Oh, remind me tomorrow. It's funny, eh?
Yeah.
But I guess that's the motivation to find some more space, I suppose, like to have some more weekend projects and spend more time with the kids outside. And the timber trail. Yeah, that's a good idea, Dad. We should do that I wonder if we could take the kids through that or not.
I don't know if the trailer would be up to that with its narrow wheels.
I was thinking we could put a mountain bike tire on the back.
Might need some suspension in it.
It does, the timber trail. It looks really cool. That'd be a good one. You can actually, I think there's a dock camp right at the start of it as well. So a lot of people park the caravan and then go in and out, or stay somewhere along the way.
That's a really good idea.
That's a good idea, Craig. Organize a meet and greet.
Yeah.
Might do that if we can stay at the show this year. That'd be cool as well. If at the caravan show.
Yeah.
If we could do something on the Saturday night, or have everyone around, or everyone come sit
outside
in the living room. That's a good idea. Great idea.
Yeah.
We will sort that out.
Yeah.
That's in September, I think, so a few months off. But we do have a few videos coming out. We're working on one. We're working on a video about the harder side of living on the road.
It's going to be tricky because we tend to not try to dwell on the negatives so much when we're when we're talking to you guys.
It's not a rant video or a complaining about the lifestyle, but just more of a, hey, there's a few things that you don't think about when you leave to go life on the road. And people often ask us that, like, oh, what was hard about it? And it's you got to take it in perspective, I guess.
Yeah.
But just a little, hey, these are some things that are more challenging. And so we're going to work on that video this weekend. Yeah. And then go away next weekend. So we'll have a vlog for you there.
Yeah, we will film the Napier weekend. Try and do some different things while we're there that we haven't done before over that way.
Quite like Napier. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
You guys are famous.
I wouldn't go that far.
There was a few times where we got swarmed by people, and it was like, I did in Pack and Save once in Christchurch. And then in the middle of nowhere, this lady, might be in the chat, ran up to me and hugged me in the middle of nowhere in the bush, like ran up yelling at us.
In Wellington train station.
We had photos of the guy, and I think that was the only time we got photos of people. That was so funny. It was like rush hour at the train station in Wellington, and there was a guy who worked for Wellington Railways, and I think he did,
Yeah.
And he took photos with us, and it was awkward. We were like, just kind of like not looking at people that must be like, why is this guy getting a selfie?
Walking past going, oh, am I meant to know who they are?
Like, it's like New Zealand famous, so you can just be like, if like Shortland Street's here, the benches with Rosie down here. Funny.
Maybe not quite.
Well, like, I didn't say how big the scale is. That's the bottom of it down here. YouTubers, Shortland Street. Everyone in between. Yeah,
it's good fun though. We like meeting people when we're out and about. It's it makes it all nice hearing other people's stories as well. Like, we feel like we're constantly talking about what we're doing, and it's nice hearing the other side from other people.
And half the places we stayed were like recommendations. Like, so many of the places where people like, you must go here, you must do that.
So many of the places we've been to.
Even just jumping in the Facebook group saying, just being like, hey, I'm going to X, where should I stay? And you'll just get like, it's well worth talking to people out on the road about spots, because people have these spots or these walks or, you learn a lot more than from just talking to people about where to stay and that sort of thing.
Definitely,
yeah. Well, I might go to bed. I'm tired. So, it's been a long week.
It's been.
Thank you all for joining us. Sorry for the lack of videos in the last month.
Yeah, not much news going on, but we're working on it. We're trying.
Hopefully getting a bit closer to something.
Yeah.
And you'll just put a few videos out in the meantime, and and then launch into this new chapter, I guess, of everything for us, hopefully.
Yeah. It'll happen.
Yeah, but so thank you. Matt's because you're so normal. Oh, there's a baby.
Oh,
she's having a coughing fit. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you coming along.
Yeah, nice talking to you guys.
Probably a video out in a week, so stay tuned. Thank you for sticking around as well. I know it's been a little slow, and adjustment period, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if anyone happens to be in Napier for Queen's birthday, let us know.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And good idea about the show. We'll put some dates. We'll have a look at some dates. Figure something out. That'd be cool to meet some of you guys there and show you around the show and stuff and drool over all the new stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I love going to shows. They're fun.
The fun unless there's like a queue of 20 people trying to get into a caravan and you're like, hey, got the camera.
Wrangle 3 children and
oh, and our kids are touching everything in every caravan.
Opening every cupboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for coming along. Thanks, Chris, TJ, Ted. Appreciate you. Yeah.
Happy travels, Matt.
Yeah, enjoy it down there. Taupo is nice. It's worth coming up here. Got NZMCA Park out there and some cool freedom camping around the lake as well. Yeah, worth stopping in. Yeah, thanks for coming along.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend. See you later.
Bye.
I should cue this little slide up here because then we don't awkwardly talk. You know, we're not staring at, let's get the slide up. See ya.